8:36 a.m., 6/18/2020. My shitty webcam companion seems to have not recorded while I was sleeping any of the events of this morning. But basically my cat's just been meowing at me for a solid hour. I first woke up at like 2:30 and then I went back to sleep. And so, but like I'm feeling pretty frustrated already because like you would think hitting record would like manage to track how long I'm sleeping to prove to anyone that like all that's wrong with me is that this world is completely fucking bullshit. My face like looks like it does because it takes me like I don't know how long I was in there trying to have a bowel movement. Like it maybe takes me like an hour to poop, so I just sit on the toilet and like fiddle with my face. Like if I can play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, that's great. If I can like use the internet without getting a headache, that's great. But like most of the time, like what I can do is like do stuff with my appearance in the bathroom. I spend a lot of time in the bathroom, like way more time in the bathroom than I ever thought I would ever live. Like I live in the bathroom. Like everything like goes wrong that piss me off. So like at any point, I'm just like right there. And so like I don't know. I guess that's scary or crazy, but like yeah. It really doesn't take me very long to do this to my face. I didn't even like start working on my face like when I first, sat down to go to the bathroom, so I know it doesn't take me very long. And it's not like super inspired either. Like they're huge pieces of cat hair, like crisscrossed over one eye because he'd sat on my face this morning. Like suffocated me awake basically. So I put lines where the huge pieces of cat hair were, like just like, I mean, it's like. Anyway. I think I kind of remember what I dreamed about, but like not really. I continue to support Pony-O. I slept in these. I had to put this one back together. I mean, like I had to put my hair back up. But I mean, it's great so far. I don't know how long it'll last. Obviously, if you've ever like I've done this with like copper wire, the Mattel wires that hold Barbies in, with doll hair, and like the copper has the tensile reduction like malleability factor, and this must as well. But I'm not like detecting any breakage in it. And again, I'm not even sure that I'm using it properly. I was not able to follow any of the tutorials to do anything. Like my use of it is like what I know how to do with my own hair. And like I know how to like magic hair like a nobody's business, and it's nobody's business how I do my hair because that was a hard won thing that I know. Like if you want to know how I have like they fucking call them space buns now. Yeah. If you want to know how I did that, like you're going to sit in the fucking mirror and you're going to go to school with it looking like shit like 100 times before it ever looks good maybe, or you're going to just sit in the mirror and you're going to do it over and over and over again, and there's your goddamn arm day doing your fucking hair before school. Fucking tutorials. Fucking like tell me how to look like you. Fucking figure out who you are and figure out how to look like yourself, motherfucker. Got no patience for kids these days. Like, you don't deserve to know. Like if all you want to do is like fucking like Google something and like copy someone, like fuck you, you know. That being said, like, I understand that there's people that don't have any like any imagination anymore. They don't have any like there's no foundation of their personality. Their parents don't instill in them a work ethic, integrity, self-respect, self-reliance. Um, like I understand that, but I'm the first one who like doesn't want anybody getting spoon fed, and that's what I view the internet as mostly. It's like now if you need to know something, you don't go to a library and you don't study, like you don't retain it either though, do you? I don't. I certainly don't. Like ever since stuff started falling out of my head, like what is that actor's name? You know, like every time I wonder, I still have to go to the internet and be like what is that actor's name? It's like Michael J. Fox. You stupid fucking twat. Michael J. Fox. How do you ever fucking forget Michael J. Fox, you stupid fucking twat? Like, yeah. Um so like I have had a lot of patience with myself. I exercise a lot of patience with the youth of today and with the internet, but like I'm not here to be nice, and honestly, I'm not here to talk you off the ledge. Like, I'm really not. Like, the amount of people that like have come to me and been like you saved my life, like if I hadn't found your videos, like if I hadn't met you, like I was going to kill myself. I'm not going to kill myself now. Like, people get tools from me that they need, and that's great. But like mostly if you can't hack it, then fucking step. I don't tolerate just anyone entering my scene. It's not okay. So like if I was on the internet briefly, apparently the bigots have won another battle, and Aunt Jemima like doesn't get to be anymore. It's like if we're just going to concede territory to bigotry, like we're not going to have much left. I mean, like you would think that if like the Nazi thing like started to go down like now, where you can actually like look up that like the Nazi symbol was the mirror image of a very powerful symbol for peace and happiness, like like you'd be like, hey, like you can't take that, right? But like no one's going like, hey, bigots, you can't take that. Instead, everyone's like, yeah, I'm butthurt too. I'm butthurt. You want butthurt? Come live with what I just lived through. Come sit here with your bleeding fucking anus and talk to me about your fucking butthurt. Fucking people. God damn. Like, you can't talk about anything. You can't talk about anything in the world today without getting pissed off. How could you? How could you? Like, and like, not Trump. Like, I voted for Trump. Trump is what we need. Absolutely. And have you like looked, like have you even like peeked at like if not Trump, voting for Trump again? Trump is what we need. Somebody who doesn't give a flying fuck what people think of him. Because I have walked through this life not giving a flying fuck what people think of her, and it's really served me quite well. I get to look like I want to look, I get to act like I want to act, I get to express, emote, and I get to be whoever I want to be, whoever I need to be at any given moment. And I don't hold myself to this expectation that like, oh, I'm a shy Fluttershy, or oh, I'm a bubbly happy girl, or like anything. Like, there's no consistency with my behavior. And I wouldn't want there to be. So like that's what people are viewing as mental illness. Like, fuck off. I mean, I'm getting like a whole lot of like ugly in my heart because I'm getting routinely abused by my caretaker slash friend slash ex-husband. So like that needs to come out of me somehow, and this is a way that it can come out of me. And I think that the way that I'm like venting about, like, oh, like what I might encounter if I pick up my phone and try to distract myself or like kill time or, like, just whatever, just like trying to like brace myself for the day, like, oh my God, like what the fuck. Like, and there's way more good news. There's way more good news. Like, let's just scroll. Let's just do this. Let's just scroll through my Facebook, shall we? Oh my God. Sorry, I left it open to like have like a happy morning, and then Grim screamed at me, like Grim suffocated me awake, screamed at me, and I had a very painful bowel movement that was like next to nothing. But I didn't like go spelunking, so that's good. Oh, okay, I'll come back to that. My friend Candy of Starlight Deco Dreams posted some stuff. Like, I don't know, like, how responsible it is to, like, be purchasing any of that stuff, but, like, if there's something there, like, it might just happen. It might just happen. Now I'm trying to figure out, oh, God. And I'm like, there's other things, like, why, what's with this, like, it's like when you sleep on your arm and you wake up and your arm is like kind of tingly. It's like no matter how I sleep, no matter however I hold my arm, like I'm doing too much around the house, like, and that's making me like have numb hands. Like that's not okay. Like I need to be doing less around here, which means he needs to be doing more around here, and he can't even like get through one chore and have me tell him one other thing to do while he's here. So everything is just falling down around me. Oh my God, one of my favorite pictures ever. You guys, oh my God. Like this is the most beautiful I will ever be. Like it's all downhill from here. All downhill from here. That's a really good shirt. Maybe that's the shirt I could wear today. I was trying to think of what shirt I can wear with my. I got my new arm prints. They're not arm prints. What is that from, though? Do you remember? Okay, so scrolling back through yesterday. Starlight Deco Dream, my pastel kawaii pop K, like we vintage, like we like we crew, like we've been at this before, before all these pop-ups, and like she's such the real deal. StarlightDecoDream.com has new items, which does not happen often. She has like chronic pain and struggles to live her dream, but she is living her dream, and like I am just so happy to celebrate her. Robert David Steele, Inquiry into Human Trafficking and Child Sex Abuse. Oh my God, yes, like that's why I'm so mad about Black Lives Matter, because that's where we need to be looking, and instead we're looking at we got so far on the slavery thing, and we're not slaves anymore, but we're still really pissed about it, and we're gonna complain about it because we're butthurt about the way people use words, and words hurt me. Like I understand that words hurt you, like when your loved one, like when Sean says something hateful toward me, Like, that hurts. When someone I don't know out in the world says something hateful toward me, I don't give a flying fuck. When my mom called me dyke, like, that sucked. It was annoying. Like, did it hurt me? Not really, because I don't really care what that woman thinks. Like, it was just just like this reminder that she's like such a piece of shit, you know? I have endured, like bullying is not really the word for it. And I really like Lexi, I really want to like swap stories with you and like not traumatize you, but like I'm just really curious because like I wasn't bullied. I was tormented. I've been tormented all through my schooling, like physically abused. So like sticks and stones will not break your bones. And like if you don't care what people think of you, if you don't care what like people think of you who like would you want to be them? Do you like them? Do they seem to be good people? Do they seem to be happy people? Like if the answer is no to any of that, then why do you care what they think? Like yeah, like I'd go home and cry at night. It's like yeah, like this happened and like my that art project was destroyed and like someone took this homework and like I had to go to the nurse's office like 4 times because I got hurt by other students, you know, like I mean like yeah, when I was a kid, like I would sit on the stairs and cry that just like everyone hates me. Everyone in the world hates me. I don't know what I did to deserve it. I guess hate me just like is stamped across my forehead invisible and I can't see it. But like I'd get over it, you know, like I wouldn't even like balk about going to school the next day. Like I like school. I liked learning. Part of the problem was that I was highly intelligent and kids did not like that. So anyway, moving on. Amazon erases Orwell books from Kindle. As I understand it, Kindle is like their reading tablet. I didn't know Amazon provided books, but let me just like I don't know which books. All I've read is the header, but Orwell, George Orwell. You don't mean you don't mean the author of 1984. That George Orwell. You mean the author of the book that in which we are now living is like it's happening? Like that's what you don't want people to have access to anymore, Amazon? Oh, okay. Yeah. So that little boycott Amazon thing that I did, like that was like right on, probably. Yeah. Like you're shit. You're like the evil. I'm thinking. Yeah. I think so. And I actually did. I actually like couldn't boycott Amazon because like my mom was like, you can order anything. Like I don't need to get you your fucking groceries. You're an adult woman. You can order anything on the internet. And I was like, okay. So I ordered like in bulk from Amazon, garbanzo beans, black olives, pizza crust, canned mushrooms, and shoe goo, because at the time there was no place open that I could even go get shoe goo, and I don't know any other place besides Hobby Lobby that has shoe goo. And one other thing, what was it? I don't remember what it was, but some other supply thing. So Amazon erases Orwell books from Kindle. That's kind of fucked up. Here's one. Raise your hand if you've literally wept from stress at a job that paid you less than 40 grand a year. 40 grand a year? Who has ever made 40 grand a year? That blows my mind. But yeah, literally wept from stress. Yes, definitely. GameStop. As Trump threatens to send military into cities, some GIs refuse to comply. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Is it the worst idea to send military into cities, though? It seems like people maybe need a little reminder that, like, it's 2020 and we don't do some things here. And some of those things that we don't do here are just, like, live for ourselves and let everyone else die. Like, there's a pandemic. Wear your fucking mask. I don't like where we're at right now. Like, I mean, if it's riots over some bullshit cause like Black Lives Matter versus like military presence in cities, you know, like just the presence, like just, you know, just like, hey, we're watching you. Like we're really watching you. Like you're really not going to get away with stuff anymore. Like we're really watching you. Like if you're not doing anything wrong, why does it bother you to have someone watching you? I don't know. And here's a political cartoon. A guy is slumped over in an armchair with his feet on a footrest, and the flat screen TV he's sitting in front of has a news anchor who's got a Pinocchio nose that's grown out of the television and through the guy, spearing the guy to his armchair. It's in black and white, and it says, "The greatest weapon is not a gun or a bomb. It is the control of information. To control the world's information is to manipulate all the minds that consume it." So, there's that. And that looks like that came from Rick Schimmelfennig. Rick Schimmelfennig? Rick Schimmelfennig? Rick Schimmelfennig? Rick Schimmelfennig? Rick Schimmelfennig? Rick Schimmelfennig? Rick Schimmelfennig. Okay. Angela Parento in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Yes, Scranton. Has some very, very crisp black and white Nightmare Before Christmas sleeve art. I would never get it. That's really on the nose and like lame, like way to be a tool. But if that's what you want, go for it. That's it looks like they really know their black work. Like they really know their black work. It looks really good. Here's a thing where you can only pick 3 rooms out of 9 rooms. And I love these things. So, the first one is a movie theater. Second one is a pool and bar. Pool and bar. The third one is the pool. The fourth one is music studio. The fifth one is video game room. The sixth one is dance studio. The seventh one is basketball court. The eighth one is indoor spa. And the ninth one is private beach. You can only pick 3 rooms. I picked 3, the pool, 4, music studio, and 6, dance studio. That was a really easy choice. Ask any one of my friends. Like one of my favorite things to do is like sit around and like, hey, like if we had a mansion and there were so many rooms that we just like had to like come up with something to like do with the rooms, like what kind of crazy rooms would there be? Like what would you do with the rooms if you had like all the money in the world? What would you create, right? Oh, there's a lunch in the sky in Dubai, and these people are like seated, they're like harnessed into chairs, like way, way above everything. I feel like for me personally, the reason that I'm not comfortable with heights is that I am so suicidal that like I'm like compelled to jump to my death. I don't know that I would want to do that, but I know that I certainly wouldn't be the guy who's using his selfie stick to take this photo. I mean, like drop that selfie stick on somebody below. Fuck. Okay, so here's something that is like depression quotes. If you repeatedly have to tell someone the exact same thing about how you feel and nothing changes, they don't respect you. And my reply to this is, anything said in the heat of the moment can be categorized by the mind as part of the trauma, which creates separation and inability to form new memories vividly or clearly as a means of self-preservation. The average person needs to hear information repeated to them 8 times before it can be memorized. If there's any drugs or alcohol or mental illness and brain damage in the picture, it's a whole hell of a lot more than 8 times of repetition before someone remembers a new piece of information. Homeless mom sentenced to 5 years in prison for using friend's address to enroll son in school. Here's what I said to that. I was only able to go to Northwest High School because my mom found a house for sale and used that address for our address. My mom was not doing me a favor by removing me from the familiar setting. She was trying to get me a whole new group of friends and teachers who didn't already know that my dad had molested me, and to prevent me from seeing my best friend at West, my previous high school. So probably a really good rule to have, but obviously there should be some exceptions, and the whole legal system is just as fucked as every other system, so of course this is happening instead. I had to walk over a mile to my out-of-district bus stop every morning, as opposed to the one I should have used 5 houses down. If I missed the bus, I would be given no ride to school, and that meant I better have chased after the school bus trying to get on it at each stop, as a bus full of kids laughed at me for failing. In my household, it was try your damnedest or you just lazy. I was raised to earn my keep. I didn't want to miss school either. And here we have My Little Pony and Friends channel. Let's unmute this. This is stop motion dancing my vintage My Little Ponies. Fuck! This doesn't fit in my coffee mug, luckily. This is getting really hot. So if I set this here, then my laptop would heat my tea. So there's that. Say goodbye to cashiers. One Walmart store switches to self-checkout only. Self-checkout should have been rolled out a really long time ago. I don't know why we still have cashiers. Sack your own shit, check your own shit. It's not a necessary job. So yeah, I mean what I'm saying is we have been lucky to have held on to that remnant of yesteryear for as long as we have. So of course, the Aunt Jemima to change name, remove image from packaging, and I said, so we're just letting bigots co-opt all the things now, eh? You're quarantined with the last musical artist you saw live, who's stuck in your house, Baby Metal. How do you like your steak? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 is the rarest and 5 is the most cooked. How do you like your steak? Now, when I ate, mate, bloody. When I ate, mate, bloody. But I don't eat meat because that's participating in suffering. So I said 0, alive. So how do you like your steak? 1 through 5, 0, alive. 40 things every house in the 70s had that no one sees today, which actually turned out to be hey, I guess I'm from the 70s then, because okay, I mean, I was raised in a time capsule. It was as if I was born in the 50s. So that was just kind of like a trip down memory lane for me. That was really cool. This was fun. Without revealing your actual age, what's something you remember that if you told a younger person they would not understand? Video games only worked on Channel 3. ICP is selling anti-Confederate flag shirts. They look pretty cool. I wish I had all the money in the world. I would buy that, but I don't, so I'm sharing that. So you buy that, that's cool. ICP is always been proactive about affecting change, and people who just laugh at me because they're you look like a clown, and I'm You mean like a juggalo, you know? Um, people who like ICP are generally pretty, like, woke people as I'm aware. Like, anyway, like, to this day, like, if you've like followed them, you're like wow, like, they are living their dream, they're making the world a better place, like, fucking go. um Blue Lives Matter. Blue breaking news confirmed: on duty Atlanta police officers are walking off the job. And I said that the general populace was so easily fooled into thinking defunding police departments. Laugh my ass off. I mean, what the fuck? One bad seed doesn't ruin all the seeds. This is the post-litigious ego era we ordered off a McDonald's menu being poured scorching hot onto our crotch. It's been a downhill garbage fire since Americans learned they can sue for loss compensation. Everyone's hands are tied behind their backs, paying for the crimes of the few. Police officers sacrifice having a normal family and personal life, and you thank them like this? These blanket generalizations have got to stop. The labeling has got to stop. Reform ideas? Do away with incentivized busts. Vet applicants properly so there's no white supremacists at least. And give every officer a dog. A rare solstice Ring of Fire solar eclipse will happen on June 21st. Ring of Fire. Does that ring any bells? That was that's Johnny Cash, right? And Johnny Cash actually covered 9 Inch Nails, which is like that's how cool Johnny Cash is. Justice Department sets execution date for man convicted in rape and murder of a KCK 10-year-old. Ugh. I said, execution is the easy way out. Murdering murderers is too kind unless you do it in as painfully as possible a manner reflective to what the prisoner inflicted. Ideally, prisons would be run like Boys Town, a community tending to their food crop and land, secluded from the rest of society. And prison needs more cats. People who didn't know they could love at all, they will transform when charged with caring for a cat. One of the best things I ever did, I hope, was convince my friend to let my little brother adopt the black cat from the litter. Not sure why I don't know what happened to Shadow, but if you have severe mental illness or depression, then having an animal that reminds you to eat and gives you company you can trust with all your secrets is invaluable. The fact that my brother even wanted to care for a cat was extremely profound. I fought hard for that. Basically because, like, my friend was like, your brother would kill this cat. And I was like, yeah, my brother's killed, like, all of his pets. You know, like my brother kept scorpions, and, like, he would feed scorpions until they exploded. Because you can do that. Like, a scorpion will just, like, eat until it explodes. But my brother took good care of Shadow, and having Shadow, I think, really helped my brother to be better. And then that's the best thing that I could do, because, like, I was busy with my own life, that I could get eyes from my, like, I'm like, cat lady, like, that I could get eyes there, and have a tool with which spirit can work through in order to help my brother, even though he was not willing or comfortable or able, maybe, to clearly hear spirit the way that I do. It drove him mad. Not so much me. I'm like, oh, there's information? Okay. Yeah, spirit says this to you. I don't know what spirit. Like, not my spirit. Or is it? It's all my spirit. It's all me. Okay. Randall Christ said, so this lockdown thing is how it is. We can go out and protest. Anyone else think we should just go and sit at the celebrity pedophiles and corrupt politicians and just wait until they get arrested? They are all home, right? That's a great fucking idea. While everyone's grounded, everybody just go sit with the kid who fucked everything up for the class. Yep, time for him to chew on everything around the house. Oh, here's the thing. I couldn't leave feedback on eBay because it was profane. I said, there's no profanity. It's a good review. $15 well spent. Why must every 11 minutes? Which I was saying, why must every 11 minutes, like, before Squidward started saying it, just because, like, almost every time I looked at the clock, like, it was 11:11, or there was 11 on the clock, and it's, so, like, that was something that, like, I had to swallow that. I had to swallow that happening right in front of my eyes to enjoy SpongeBob SquarePants. In addition to him being yellow, which I do not approve of. But, like, yeah, I'm Squidward in SpongeBob SquarePants. But I'm also SpongeBob. So what I said was figs sent unassembled, paper inserts lying proper flat, all in a zipper bag. 10 hours ago, I nuked my stupid overpriced cancel this Bibby Bop bowl and added nut yeast, salt, pepper, coconut aminos, and white miso paste. That made it really good, but thinking about the cost per meal quantity ratio of buying those ingredients and cutting them myself, making this would be way cheaper. My friend ate there yesterday. Sean suggested worse, super close by fast food places like Burger King and McDonald's. This fight over picking up food usually ends in a McDonald's bag being thrown into my lap, while I'm too triggered to think about how I eat now and what it's going to do to me later. Now I'm wishing I had just asked for the Smoothie King smoothie my friend bought me yesterday, but it's just like fruit for breaking fast, like, that's okay, but dinner shouldn't be fruit. That Smoothie King smoothie was beautiful and made perfectly. I've spent months perfecting smoothie recipes before, so I know. Ugh, that was before Sean told me all the things I'm eating I cannot eat any longer, which took me from being able to make a grocery list, budget for groceries, plan meals for each week, to just not even knowing how to eat at all now. How quickly can you spit an order at someone if these are your parameters? No nightshades. That means tomato, B, potato, C, eggplant, D, bell peppers, E, jalapeno or cayenne, F, paprika. No soy unless fermented. That means miso paste and maybe there's some other thing. No MSG, no eggs, no dairy. No dairy means no milk. No dairy means no cheese, no meat, no gluten. No gluten means no bread, no pasta, no corn, no oats, no fruit unless it's local and in season, no processed sugar, high fructose corn syrup. I think I got it all, but I might have missed some things. And then Honey said, I love me some bibimbap. I make it at home since I can't eat out without the possibility of an IBS episode. So bibimbap is like a co-opt of an authentic Asian cuisine, I guess, called bibimbap, and yeah, like, that was not worth $8. And I didn't pay for it just because he stormed out of the house like he was just like bailing, and like I didn't even know if he would bring anything back when I'm like bring me food, bring me bibimbap, like screaming at the top of my lungs, if it was any normal interaction, I'd be like here's my card, and I offer him my card all the time, and every time I offer him my card, he's like, no, I'll get money from my dad, and he knows I have money. I told him I got my stimulus package, so he knows I have money, and he knows, I'm not, stingy with my money either. I'm like, hey, Sean, I've got money. Let's go to the comic book store, and I'll get you all the comic books that you want to get. Let's go shopping while I've got money so you can get all the things you want to get at a thrift store. So, yeah. These Deer Trade Co. Shoes, there's a quote that says, I have neuropathy in my feet. I wore these shoes all day and my feet didn't hurt at all. I am buying another pair. Not my father-in-law, but my mom's boyfriend Has very messed up feet because his feet were neglected, and I guess he wore too small shoes for too long, and that can happen, as you well know. It can also be like done to you because you're a prima ballerina, but his feet are really messed up, and they hurt a lot, and I thought that those might be a way that he could enjoy life better. They look really cool too, so I need to get that to him. 20 hours ago, 7 years ago today, I was sitting there in my Get a Life pink Mario nightgown with my magnificent beast of a cat. The FDA approves first ever prescription video game. Sean A. Rubendahl is being abused. Neglect is abuse. He tries to talk to her and she barely looks away from the TV as she tells him he's stupid and doesn't know anything. She only believes the TV. He speaks and is never looked at or responded to. He's talked over or laughed at. His mother's a sociopath. Verbal abuse is abuse. Until I argued and told her I wasn't letting her cut her 24-year-old son Sean's hair, like you want to go, bitch, in her kitchen, against his will. Until I did that, she did whatever she wanted with her son's body entirely and treated him like a living doll. When I met Sean, his mom was constantly telling him that he was going bald and needed to put his hat on, and she was forcing him to use hormones. Any outfit that he wore that he chose, she told him that he looked poor. A haircut was one of the only ways to tell if Sean was a girl or a guy for certain. He was completely androgynous and started growing breasts even when he was young. She's been driving this agenda of me being a lazy person. She's been telling him constantly that I am manipulating him and he's just too stupid to realize it because he's just stupid. And 7 years later, Sean finally has internalized that dialogue of hers, and he now half believes it or whole believes it because he sure does hate me when I have anything that I need assistance for. Mary Rubendahl threw a screaming, crying tantrum when she found out there was another cat in the upstairs bedroom. Mary Rubendahl did not call me by my name for several years, instead calling me messy because she thought I was nothing but a poor person who makes a mess. Mary Rubendahl continually put foods I am allergic to into food she was cooking for the family, despite being told not to, and despite Sean watching her as best he could. And then after we had all eaten, she would reveal what she had done and laugh about it, laugh at me, saying that proof that I had eaten it and nothing happened, like, that was proof that I was a liar. And perhaps in her ignorance, she thinks food allergy only manifests as anaphylaxis, which means she was actually trying to kill me. Mary Rubendahl threw my belongings all around her basement, where I was organizing and downsizing, then flew into an act when her husband got home in a frame job, as if I would throw my Sylvanian family things. My precious belongings tornadoed around the basement. And when I tried to defend myself, she dug her hands into my sides, broke the skin through my shirt, and left bruises as she removed me from the basement where I was trying to plead my case to Daryl Rubendahl. Mary Rubendahl doesn't want any girl in Sean's life who isn't giving her grandchildren, so she has no use for me. Mary Rubendahl also abuses her husband. But where do you report adult abuse? I tried the police and they can't do anything. As soon as I told my uncle that I was reporting him for elder abuse, he put my grandmother in a home and prevented me from entering that home. My uncle was absolutely financially abusing his own mother. I don't want to talk about me anymore. COVID-19 keeps mutating. The Suicide Squad logo is cool. The next stimulus package could include vacation credit. Researchers discovered the origins of the beloved guinea pig. BBC says vegan junk food is worse than meat. Here's why it's wrong. It's not. Vegan junk food is bad. And this is like Sean every fucking time. Every fucking time with him. Like, he's like, yeah, but, like, it's not meat, but it's GMO plants. And I'm like, it's still better. Like, GMO plant meat is still better than killing an animal. Vegan junk food is still better than killing and eating your dog, your cat, or your son. Think about it. Fish is not a health food. Here's why, and there's a plantbasednews.org article. And my comment was, why are people so worthless? Brain damage via neurotoxins mayhap? The first Minnie and Mickey at Disney in 1939. Here's what my mom and uncle were subjected to. There you go. There you go. Disney's come a long way, haven't they? Oh boy, that pill goes down a whole lot better with all the sugar. Ratfink, anyone? Uprocks.com. LL Cool J launches Rock the Bells website celebrating classic hip hop. Now this is like as far as I understand, this is like a catalog of classic hip hop music, and like LL Cool J and like Salt and Pepper, like the mother of this Run DMC, like that's dope. LP co-signs a project with Zach De La Rocha of Run the Jewels, like Rage Against the Jewels, like that's cool. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory announced for Switch launches this year. Is this Kingdom Hearts X Space Channel 5? Ah! I just need to be buying Switch games and think about the console later. Yeah, the next Kingdom Hearts game, like, I can't play Kingdom Hearts. I can't. I don't even think I can play Animal Crossing on the Switch. I don't think that's going to happen. But a rhythm Kingdom Hearts game, I think I can do that. I'm going to try. There are at least 36 intelligent alien civilizations in our galaxy, say scientists. The song As I Lay Me Down popped into my head that, pardon moi, as I lay me down to sleep, yes I pray that you will hold me dear. Though I'm far away, I'll whisper your name into the sun and you'll wake up happy. It's not too clear to me. Yeah, you know. The memory here from 2010, this was Sean and I. This was for the True Blood premiere party that I hosted, and I invited people, and no one came, so it was just me and Sean. That was how most of my parties went, and I planned parties for all kinds of things. So we had, I think we had Blood Orange. We had True Blood. We ordered True Blood, and that's when we opened it. And I think that turned out to be Blood Orange. But we made dark chocolate cherry s'mores, I think. So it was like bloody s'mores. And then we had Blood Orange something or other. And then a photo shoot to, like, if all my friends showed up, it would be, the group shot of the gang. But it was always just Sean and I, so it was just Sean and I. We had fangs. My hair is, like, really short, so I'm wearing Lexi's old ratty hair extensions. I hope I still have those because, like, even though I've washed them like a few times, like, they still smell like amazing, like candy. And they were colored really well. Like Lexi's like so legit. Lexi tries so hard. June 15th, with friendly assist from a visiting friend, I managed to complete a whole day from feet on ground in the morning, honey tea for 2, cleaning and organizing, lunch for 2 at noon, mini cute movies, creative genius talk, dinner for 2, chocolate milk, make bed. Then I brushed my teeth, showered. While there's a man in the house, I showered. Like, right before bed, I showered. Put on fresh jammies while my comforter achieved maximum comfort in the dryer. And when I, like, was just bouncing, just, like, fresh fresh out of that shower. Like, I happened to see my phone, and I played, like, I was Crocodile Hunter, I found a phone in the wild, and I picked it up. It was 11:11 p.m., which I closed out my rhyme with. To say it's been a good day is an understatement. Adult diapers are making a huge improvement these 2 days I've had them. But I think mostly it's the engaging discussion and camaraderie of a dear friend. I had a visitor. June 15th, Red Rover send Foster right over. Foster is my son. My ex-husband has my son. He keeps saying, oh, I'll bring him over soon. Well, I've been hearing soon for 6 months now, so I'm thinking, like, I need to start doing something. I haven't seen the 2 cats that I'm not at all allergic to, that are healthy cats. I deal with the baby, the eternal baby. The wet nethers dragged across your face in the morning suffocates you to wake you up screaming for 2 hours before food unless you are awake and speaking like this to someone. And his meal is in 3 minutes now. Like the baby who can't, like, stand up very well on his own, like the baby who follows me around, the baby who is not happy if I'm doing anything that doesn't involve him, like Sean has the grown-up kids. Sean has the cats, and I have the cat that is the most disabled, and I am the most disabled, and like part of him fleeing to his parents was to save Grimm's life because Bonsai was trying to kill Grimm. But, like, there's no fucking reason that I cannot go over, sit in the back of the hearse in the driveway, and have Foster brought out to me to interact with him, except that Sean is terrified of separating Foster from the scene because it will create a discord when Foster's reintroduced, and he's not comfortable having me come over into his parents' house. This bullshit has got to stop. I need to see my fucking children. This is fucking bullshit. Anyone notice there's a bat on the back of the 2020 quarter? That's been coming a long time. Like, that's really old news. Like, that happened long before it was bat flu at first. I can't wait to have a bat quarter. I asked, can anyone walk me through how to connect my laptop webcam to YouTube live streaming? That hasn't been figured out yet. I shared Ride KC Microtransit is an inexpensive ride service that people can use to get to me. I can't use it, but people could use it to get to me. Caesar Pena said, kinda cool to think someone somewhere is having the best day of their life today. Someone's hearing I love you for the first time today. Someone's gonna get the job of their dreams today. Someone receives some kind of good news today. Tomorrow it could be your best day, so keep going. Kneel before your king. This is the Sean Rubin doll of which I speak. Let me try to steady my hand here. Best boy. Some Black Lives Matter thing. I said, this is a waste of anger. You're all such tools. Maybe instead of the slavery that's in the past, we focus on the slavery in the present, like child abduction and sex trafficking, or slavery to demons via drug and alcohol addiction, or that meat is human. Marijuana could soon be legal for adults in all 50 states. Touched by Lyme, like the devil was inside me, says comedian of Lyme disease. Now this woman's Lyme disease is like a cakewalk compared to my experience with Lyme disease. You want to know my experience with Lyme disease and Sean's experience with Lyme disease? There's a documentary called Under Our Skin. I believe it's Under Your Skin or Under Our Skin, and that is the trauma that Sean had to go through with no family support, with everyone telling him I'm a faker. Sean had to live that reality. That's exactly. Her husband might even be named Sean. Like, I think they might even be an interracial couple like we are. Like, it's exactly. Cheerable board game. Keep your cat happy when you're away. There's all kinds of smart technology to entertain your cat now. June 13th, Sean came and took me out. Good vibes and warm hugs. Gonna try to crash and nap now. The pain seems to have gotten what it wanted. And then June 13th, 7 years ago today. Unexpected discovery on the day my brother gets an unexpected visitor. Synchronicity. There's me and my brother. My brother did not want to do life unless I did it with him. He would not have cooperated for this unless I was sitting there being like, it's okay, Brian, it's okay. And because I was that important to peace, I said, I'm wearing my Wonder Woman costume for the family Christmas photo, or we're not doing it. And my mom put my brother in something coordinated, and it's one of like the realest smiles that a professional, like, oh, I don't remember what they are, but Jordan's ex-wife worked there. She did a very good job of taking pictures of me that made me look unattractive, like she managed to do that, like, in addition to like just being like, this girl can model. Like, that was my first like modeling experience. Jordan was like, my girlfriend works at a studio, like, bring a bunch of your clothes, we'll do whatever. That's really one of like, I mean, that's probably like my only photo shoot experience outside of my mom directing me how she wanted me. And I don't remember her name now, but Jordan's whatever, like, she had really good instruction. She was like you're in the lunchroom, like glaring at like the kids that you hate, and and it's like it was like she really like knew how to like direct a photo shoot. And that's something that I don't know. I guess Sean doesn't understand. Like, this is supposed to be playtime. Like, taking pictures of me is supposed to be playtime. Like, it's also supposed to be sexy. Like taking pictures of me, like, should be sexy time also. Have you seen me? Like, instead I'm like, he hates me. Like, try not to look like I'm gonna cry. I'm triggered. This is awful. This is my life. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to do this anymore. If I don't go along with it, then it's a waste of the outfit. Like, I won't remember if I don't get this picture. I won't remember that it was good before it went bad. But you know what, you guys? It was going bad. It was going bad. It had been going bad. Like, for a long time, our thrift outings would end in him getting so hungry and so angry about being hungry and not being able to leave. And he could have left, but he didn't want to leave me alone because he was afraid to leave me alone. And so tired of hearing that, oh, like, Lexi this, like, oh, Ari this, like, Ari that. Like, he was so tired of, like, hearing that, like, I wanted to be with other people, like, other than him, like, yeah, I wanted to, like, relieve him of his duty. And then he got so mad that we would spend any money whatsoever, and we would spend lots of money. Like, we would spend, like $80, like, in an outing at a thrift store. Now, there used to be a time that I could, like, come home and, like, turn $15 into $300 because I picked out quality vintage items from thrift stores. Well, now meth addicts just rape the land for everything, so good luck with that. Like, good luck with that. I got my house clean enough, and I was like, house party at my place. I invited everyone over, said open house party. I made rice and beans. Sean brought snacks, like, at some point, and he brought them just for me. He didn't believe anyone was going to come to my party. Every time I'm like, I invited people over, he's like, no one's coming. You don't have any friends. Sean tells me I don't have any friends all the time. And you know what? One of the times that he said, like, I was like, I haven't heard from, like, he was like, Larry's not your friend. You don't have any friends. Larry's not your friend. And I was like, well, I haven't heard from him for a while, and like I don't know why you're saying that right now specifically, but it does have kind of an odd thing. It's not that he's just not talking. It's that this person's unavailable on Facebook. He's like, yeah, Larry's not your friend. You don't have any friends. You don't have any friends, Mindy. Nobody wants to be your friend. Nobody wants you. Like, I hear that all the time. The Queen Code says, everything changes when you begin to love yourself. You no longer send out energy of desperation or need to be filled from the outside. You become a powerful source within yourself that attracts better. The more you love who you are, the less you seek validation and approval. The PlayStation 5 is awesome, and there's like, it looks like a cat. Empaths be like, I don't just listen to your words, I listen to your use of words, your tone, your body movements, your eyes, your subtle facial expressions. I interpret your silences. I can hear everything you don't say in words. So, like Sean, who doesn't emote, whose face is like a blank mask, a dead thing, like a robot, like, I can't read him. I can't read him. And in text, he refuses to use emojis, you guys. I'm like, I can't gauge what kind of mood you're in, and it's like he doesn't want me to. He wants me to be uneasy. He's like, I refuse to use emojis. Like, wow, okay. Like, emojis were really hard for me to figure out too. You know, I have trouble recognizing faces. I have that Tom Cruise disorder. So, like, like, I have a very difficult time putting emotions to faces, but like I feel like I'm doing pretty good with my emojis. And then 6 years ago, I was in New York. This is cool. Let's see, this is Jason Jennings, Jason with a Y. This is so cool. It's like a really chill, trippy thing. You don't usually see really chill, trippy things. You see, like, in your face, like, this is just like, you took that LSD 18 hours ago. Like, the floor just happens to still be made of water, and the ceiling is melting down, or, like, around you, but, like, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And, like, those trippy things that people are like, oh, trippy stuff, that's cool. Like, those trippy things, like, I used to meditate. I got at a garage sale, like, maybe a homemade box, like a homemade thing that was, like a plastic box, but not like a plastic, like, I can't think of an example of it, but like that flimsy plastic that, like, you could, like, if it was laying flat, you could, like, fold it. It's almost like cardboard, but, like, you put the box together and it kind of, like, bubbles out a little bit. It had a light bulb in it, and it had, a circle and a transparent window that had black radial design, and then what spun inside of it was also black radial design, I think. And those two things together, like with the motor that moved the inner circle, caused it to, like, have motion. So it was like like I used to, like, meditate to that, you know, like, instead of, like, candles. Before that it was candles, but, like, people, like, really have a problem with me being a pyromaniac, which is kind of always confused me, because it's like, yeah, I'm a pyro, like, I master fire. I am the fire master. Like fires don't get out of control on my watch. Like I play with fire, I respect fire, fire respects me. I don't know. People don't understand. This is so cool. This pocket staff. I don't even know how to, like, share this, because it's one of those things where, like, it'll be just like a random mall, and I don't know what the hell that is. But look at. Did you see it? Did you see it? Have you ever played me as Killick on Soul Calibur? Oh, I am so Killick. PlayStation 5 console revealed, and there are 2 versions. Here I am. Here I am at the Nintendo store in New York 6 years ago with Aaron. We are going to the moon to stay by 2024, and this is how. There's a missing person who looks like Laura Prepon. And then the last news that I heard yesterday was that Danny Masterson, Hyde, from that 70s show, raped 3 women. And well, Hyde didn't ever have good vibes, if you ask me. Like, Danny Masterson, like, something always seemed off with him, but, like, I thought he was a victim. Because where did we first see Danny Masterson? It was Roseanne, right? Everybody that, like, come up through Roseanne, right? You notice that? Like, Roseanne is, like, Whedon first. You notice that? Allison Hannigan was on Roseanne. Oh, that's a thing I do. Like, if I'm going to entertain the notion of, like, intaking any of your modern media culture, there is a rule by which I hold fast. If it is part of the Whedonverse, then I will absolutely view it. So, you would be surprised what is. And now look at the Whedonverse. Oh. Oh my god. Tyler. Tyler. Tyler said 2 minutes ago, "This is going to be short because I don't have words right now, and one of the hardest things I've ever had to type out. To those who knew him, my dad passed away last night. William Trumbauer was loved by all and will be greatly missed. I love you, old man, and of course I will see you on the other side. I will update this post with his service information once we have that set. P.S. If there is anything I ask of my friends and family, make sure you make time for your dads this Father's Day. Our time is always shorter than it seems." That is wild. Just yesterday, I was talking to the officer that came here, and I told him that, like, why I trusted the Lenexa Police Department with this information and why I was trusting him, and that is because of William Trumbauer. And I asked him, do you do you know, like, are you familiar with William Trumbauer? You should be. And, like, he didn't know. Oh my god, that's like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm sorry doesn't cut it. I'll absolutely be at the service. I was so protected here in Lenexa. Like, like, every Lenexa cop, like, knew me. They knew what I was going through. They knew that I wasn't a bad kid. Like, if they saw me doing something, if they saw me with people, like, they pulled me aside and they asked, like, what was going on. Like, I was the one that they consulted when they hit the scene. Um, like, there was a time that they just noticed that I was in a car. Like, they passed and they saw me in a car with a man driving, and they just pulled the car over, like, to be like, "Where are you going? What are you doing? Why do you have Mindy Lee?" And that was Aaron, actually, and we were just going to pick up Tracy to go back to his place and play Mario Kart Guys Against Girls at the apartment. And, like, I don't remember, like, which one. I don't, like, I need to see Officer Trumbauer's face again, because, like, I am sure that he has absolutely saved my life. And like, he also, like, raised, like, some of the, like, the greatest, like the best sons, like the shining, like, gold things that somehow were, like, not getting tainted by being in this cancerous environment that they were. Like, that was really, I mean, I think I barely saw him, but like I certainly spent a lot of time like at I spent more time at the apartment, at the Trumbauer apartment, um, where his dad lived, even though I lived closer to their mom's house. Um, wow. Well, I've like I think I'm gonna call Shinneman. I'm gonna call Shinneman and tell him.